First off, I germinated the bean seed. For germination, I wrapped a damp paper towel around the seed and then put it on the kitchen table. After I thought it was done germinating, I then added soil to my pot and then watered it using a glass cup. And here is the soil that I used. Day 1. I placed my pot in the living room and I gave it around 20 milliliters of water in the evening. It is not getting any sunlight because I did not think it was necessary to give it sunlight until it sprouted. Day 2. I changed the location of my bean plant to the countertop in my kitchen. I gave it around 20 milliliters of water just as usual and I am waiting for it to sprout. Day 4. I have my bean plant in the kitchen just as usual, and I also gave it around 20 milliliters of water in the evening just as usual. Although I said I did not think that the sunlight mattered, I used a grow light just in case, and it received around 8 hours of light overnight. Day 7, or should I say, the final day. I have done the usual process of watering it in the evening with 20 milliliters of water and giving it around 8 hours of light every night. However, I have concluded that my bean plant has died. Why do I think this? Well, I've done some research and found out that before planting the seed, it has to be germinated correctly. I prematurely planted the seed before it could crack open and grow its roots, so to make up for this, I got a new seed and redid this entire process completely differently. For the new bean plant, I had to change things up a little so it wouldn't die. First of all, I wrapped a paper towel around the bean again, but this time I put it in a cup next to the window instead of the kitchen. I also let it germinate much longer until it grew a big root, and then I finally planted it in the soil. Day 13. My new bean plant has finally sprouted, and I gave it the usual 20 milliliters of water in the evening. It is still in the same spot as where it germinated, and now it got around 12 hours of sunlight because it is right next to the window. Day 15. I gave my plant 20 milliliters of water in the evening, and it's still next to the same window as usual. It is getting 12 hours of sunlight every day. Day 20. I gave it the usual 20 milliliters of water in the evening, and it is also still in the same location next to the window. It has grew a lot more leaves than last time, and has also grew a lot taller. It continues to grow with 12 hours of sunlight every day. Day 22. I gave my plant the usual 20 milliliters of water, but this time right after school in the afternoon. It is still next to the window and growing with 12 hours of sunlight every day. Day 26. I gave it the normal amount of 20 milliliters of water in the afternoon. It is the same usual location next to the window. It still gets 12 hours of sunlight every day and has grew even more leaves. Day 30. I gave it 20 milliliters of water at night and is still next to the window. It has grew even taller with more leaves, and it continues to get 12 hours of sunlight every day. Final day. I gave it the usual 20 milliliters of water in the afternoon with its location remaining the same. The plant has reached around 44 centimeters at the end, and overall, Lebean James grew pretty tall. It was pretty successful despite the first death of my bean.